Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Together with Alexandra Lovin and Sebastian Beier from Începem Consulting, we will talk about digital marketing in times of crisis. But before we start, I will kindly ask you to set your microphones on mute during the speeches, to use the chat function to address your questions, and to use the raise hand function if you want to speak during the Q&A session. Alexandra, Sebastian, thanks once again for your engagement and support, and the floor is yours.
Okay, I hope that you can hear me. First of all, I want to thank you for investing your time being online today. I'm Alexandra Lovin, Digital Marketing Manager at Începem Consulting, and I would like to point that the webinar is shared in two parts. So the first part is presented by me, and we will discuss about statistics and top numbers. So also you will receive the presentation after the webinar. And the second part is presented by Sebastian with some practical solutions. Let's start with some statistics before the crisis in Romania. So almost 77% of Romanian population is using internet in 2019. We can target 11 million people in social media, in Facebook and Instagram, and 80% of them are using social media on mobile. Here we can see that social media is a powerful tool to reach potential clients and also to generate sales. So in Instagram, for example, we have 3.8 million active users, and in LinkedIn, 2.6 million active users. So social media is a tool that can help us to increase our brand awareness and to be visible in front of a potential client. In 2019, the average time spent on social media is 144 minutes. So from one year to another, we can see that the time spent on social media is increasing. For example, 2.4% compared with 2018. What was the relationship between brands and customers? 82% of customers expressed dissatisfaction with brands, and 68% of consumers consider it is important for a store to adapt its experience according to their tastes and preferences. So it's important that brands listen what consumer wants. What happened when the quarantine was installed and people had to adapt? So how the behavior changed and also the priorities for customers. We will discuss about some statistics about Romanian environment and what happened after the COVID pandemic crisis started. Pandemic crisis is a threat for Romanian people. So first, like you already know, more than 1 million people are in technical leave. So a lot of them lost their jobs. And of course, they concerned about their income. So 50% of Romanians declare that their income has been affected by COVID-19. 62.5% said that they they are trying to save as much money as they can for the future, and 36.4% said that they will quit making big investments in the next 6 months. So we don't know what will happen, so the user preferred to postpone the big investments. 29.4% of them said that shopping online makes them feel better. So what are we doing home? What activities we choose to do, working from home. So we need the consumer behavior change with this pandemic. So they try to find solutions to buy things that they will help them to have a comfortable stay at home. So they bought buying office supplies, they are watching movies, they are reading books, and so on. What happened with, for Romanian entrepreneurs? 28.6% of Romanian entrepreneurs said that they suffer between 20 or 40 lost income. So because the consumer's behavior changed, of course, also the businesses suffer some changes too. 26.4% of them said that they suffer between 60% to 100% loss of income. So in Romania, over 280,000 companies are currently in a situation with a high risk of insolvency. In this moment, for example, 40% of companies have continued their activities, but 23 closed their operations due to COVID-19 pandemic. What are the fastest declining businesses industries? Here in this table, we can see that the traffic is different in different industries. So of course, travel, transportation, construction suffered a decline, but also we can see that finance, food, healthcare, media, and pharma has a growth traffic. Of course, if the traffic influence the conversion rate, here in this table we can see that the conversion rate declined or growth for some industries. The conversion rate is the number of people that are doing something. For example, if e-commerce website has 200 visitors in a month and they had 50 sales, so the conversion rate would be 50 divided by 200, so it's 25%. So the conversion rates refer to an action that a user is taking, can be a lead, a sale, form, fill a form on the website, and so on. HoReCa and tourism expected minus 50% overall loss in income in 2020. Of course, bookings also went down. So HoReCa is hotels, restaurants, and catering. Automotive, the Romanian car industry lost 125 million euros for each day when a single car was not produced. And sports bets, minus 99% loss in income compared with the period before pandemic. So 14,000 sports bets branches have been closed since the starting of pandemic. What happened in Google? We will discuss about some results, estimation results based on Google Ads search. So what happened with Google search during COVID? Here, it's about travel and tourism. So vacation packages, the conversion rate decreases with 50%, travel booking with 49%, cruises 44%, and air travel. Of course, with businesses, governments, and consumers avoiding unnecessary travel at all costs, it shouldn't be any surprise that fewer people are looking in Google to book travel today. Live entertainment, so public safety and strict limits on group size have performers and venues canceling shows, events. So the search volume for live entertainment has reduced by 24%, and the conversion rate falls with 30%. Industrial and manufacturing, cost per click have increased. So the cost is higher, but the conversion rates decreased. But also the advertising are hurting from a 13% decrease in search traffic. What are the fastest declining product categories? So a lot of products categories were affected, like luggage, suitcase, cameras, sports products, event supplies, furniture, and the list can go on. Why has this happened? Probably you already know the answer. All these changes in the last 2 months had a big impact overall, even if we are entrepreneurs or consumers. First reason is that the brand did not gain the user trust before the crisis. So now they are facing with a big challenge to make the brand visible and to gain the trust. After gaining the trust, they can sell. Many brands did not do enough to offer unique and personalized experience. It's important the experience that a user has with the brand. So the goal is to make the customer remember us with unique offers and with personalized products. And of course, for from my perspective, this needs changed. So why do we need to gym bag? Because we are not allowed to go to the gym. So every behavior changed. And I would like to discuss a little bit about Maslow pyramid of needs. So higher needs in the hierarchy begin to emerge when people feel that they satisfied the previous needs. So it's like it's hard to work when you are hungry. So when the bottom needs are affected, people tend to satisfy them first. This is exactly what happened with COVID. Natural rules of needs. It's necessary that the lower needs in the Maslow hierarchy to be met, like food, water, and so on. When individuals are sure that the needs from the bottom of the pyramid are met, they turn their attention to the needs from the top. So when the security of meeting lower needs is threatened, individuals tend to neglect the needs from the higher levels and devote most of their emergency security the lower needs. So businesses that met the needs from the bottom won in this period. Businesses that met the higher needs, they suffered. From the bottom, we have food, water, breathing, and what people did. They just went to Carrefour and bought food. Safety needs regarding financial security, health, and wellness. What people did, they just bought face masks. So somehow it's normal that people behavior is directing in this way, but what happens with the businesses that are not in the bottom of needs? What Facebook did, so when the crisis started, Facebook, in order to avoid some spams or misleading information, first they banned the ads for some supplies in order to avoid the brand to take advantage and to sell the products to a higher prices. So if we want to make some campaigns in Facebook to promote medical face mask or hand sanitizer, the campaigns will not run. Also to combat COVID-19 misinformation, Facebook created the COVID Center where users receive valid information about COVID. Also, they have a program, this Small Businesses Grants Program. They are offering $100 million in cash grants or ad credits to help during this challenging time. Unfortunately, Romania is not an available location for this program, but Germany is. In the last 2 months, the content we see in our social media also changed. So if we are opening our Facebook and we just go in our feed, what we are seeing? A lot of posts about COVID, what happened, the government rules, and so on. So the most common topic, of course, is COVID-19. And here we can see the top 6 most commonly hashtags used on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, they are COVID virus, COVID-19, and so on. And here it's a table, according to the Social Bakers data, the industry with the highest median post interaction on Facebook and Instagram was by far airlines. So here we can see the communication by brands. So of course, again, it's about this topic and how we can create our content strategy around this topic. Pandemic crisis as an opportunity. Now let's see this crisis also from a positive perspective. Happened, what we can learn from this experience, and how we can take advantage of the situation. 26.3% of Romanian business had an increase of income between 20% to 40%. So some businesses are doing good in this period, What were the fastest growing business industries? Of course, fast moving consumer goods, pharma, online retail shops. Everybody is going in online to sell because, like we know, the shops are closed, malls are closed, and so on. Online conference apps like Zoom. The fastest growing product categories, surgical masks, of course, but also some people are buying weight training because they are doing sport at home, soups, packages, food, paper towels. So when we are seeing what people are buying in this period, we will see that they are trying to satisfy their needs from the bottom of Maslow's pyramid. What happened in Google searches? Non-profits and charities. So 23% increase in search ad conversions and 20% increase in search ad conversion rate. So in time of crisis, we often see the best in people. And of course, for example, for these non-profit charities, Google support with Google grant program to allow non-profits advertise for free. So they are offering an amount of money in Google ad account to make advertisement without any cost. Health and medical, unsurprisingly, many of us are turning to search for information, how to protect ourselves or our community, what is COVID, what we can do to have a good immunity system. So the Google searches increased for health and care, health and medical domain. Also business management, as people prepare for remote working, office supplies became a sudden breakout industry. So searches for office supplies increased 95% and search conversion rates increased with 41%. Another category is greetings, gifts, and flowers. So social distancing is a lonely experience, so it's difficult to maintain our connections for many weeks, months already. Small gestures can mean even more through COVID pandemic, and advertisers who are wise to advertise on Google gifts are seeing some good results. Searches for cards, greetings, for gift baskets, flower arrangements have seen an increasement in conversion rate. What to expect the consumer from the brands during the pandemic? So 76% of Romanian consumers expect from the brands to communicate with them in an authentic manner, in transparent manner. And 75% of Romanian consumers think that brands should inform them regarding the social activities that they are involved in. Let's think about online consumer behavior post-crisis. Hopefully it will end at one point. 50% of Romanians said that they will continue to do shopping online in the same manner that they did before pandemic. 58.6% said that they will pay more attention to prices and offers. 61.9% said that they will choose Romanian products mostly from now on, at least this year. So most of them will buy food, gadgets, clothes, cleaning products, most appreciated services post-crisis. Of course, like you already probably know, medical services, home delivery, tourism. So this year, 69% of them said that they will choose Romania for vacation, which probably is something good for Romanian economic. Most appreciated products after crisis. So somehow the behavior of customers changed in this crisis, but they will keep buying products that they need in the crisis and they weren't allowed to buy, or they didn't thought that they needed. Is it a good opportunity to invest in online promotion in this period? Yes, it is, and I would like to tell you why. Now we are staying home, so we are spending more time on Facebook. So this can be a good moment to invest and to be visible in online. What happened with time spent on social media? So now it's up by 70%, 244 minutes per day is spending a user on social media. So compared with 2019, people are staying more home and consume more social media. Also, investment in social media in 2020 are down with 50% compared to December 2019. Why? Because many companies have shut down pay-per-click campaigns, which is why the advertising space is larger. This is the reason why the cost for placing a campaign is cheaper. The average cost per click is down with 50%. So the ads are placed by auction in Facebook feed. So now the competition is lower, which means that the brands that are doing campaigns in this period will win the auction and their ad will be placed in users' feed. Romanians click on Facebook ad for an average of 26 times per month. So you have to imagine that one user is clicking on an advertisement 26 times per month. So clicking here, we can say that they are going from an ad to the landing page. Landing page, it's a page where people go to buy things, to read more things, or to find more information about the ad. 28.7% of Romanian companies have a presence in online, so they will invest more money in Google Ads in the following months. 27.6% said that they will invest more in Facebook ads and SEO for following months. 90.5% they will invest in marketing, in email marketing. 50% of Romanian companies will continue to use the same promotion channels that they used before pandemic, and 60% of them choose to stop their online campaigns, suffer loss because they suffer losses in the last period. What should you do as a brand? So first, what also we did in our agency for our customers is to adapt the strategy. So what was working in February may not work in March or May. So we had to adapt the strategy, the objectives, the budget, and the content. The objective is what do you want? So what a brand wants. And of course, the strategy should align with the business objective. The budget can be adjusted, but we don't recommend to close the campaigns. You can lower the budget, but you should keep going with the campaigns because people are online and they can see you. The budget can be adjusted, but also you have to think of a content marketing strategy. So now the content should be adapted to the current period. Of course, this doesn't mean that you have to post every day on Facebook about COVID, but you should be transparent as a brand to the community and to talk about it, how you are, what you are doing, what are your struggles, and so on. Listen to and be present. Read the comments, read the messages, respond to them, check your competitors, see what they are doing, try to help the community. Not listening on social media chatter or having a presence on social communities can reflect badly because consumer expects from a brand to be there when they are going on their Facebook page to see something posted. Communicate openly and honestly. Here, you should include content focusing on crisis communication with your strategy. So brands should communicate with the users about how they were impacted by the virus, what they are doing, what are the challenges that they are facing right now, maybe case studies, some numbers, some solutions that they found for their business, what they did. Ask your consumers to what they need. So ask directly what they want, how you can help them. Maybe sending a newsletter or create a remarketing campaign with people that were on your website. So Here, brands are creating custom personalized audience with people that interact with their brand in the past and placed an advertisement to them on a retargeting campaign, and they can help, or they can ask them what they want and how they can help. Of course, don't forget the post-crisis phase. Be present now to be chosen tomorrow. So in this, of course, this period will pass and we should learn something from this experience, not only as a brand or as a consumer, but also as a human. So the question is what you should have done 6 months ago, so you don't have to, the challenges that you have now. So what will happen with your brand after the crisis? This was the presentation that I had, so I would like to thank you. Of course, I'm waiting for your questions, and I hope we'll have time to discuss more about your concern. What are your struggling? What we can offer and how we can help you to answer the questions. The second part, Sebastian will continue with a presentation, and he will be more practical than me. But I hope that the statistics that we discussed will give you some information to know how to organize your strategy from now on. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sebastian Beier. I would move on after Alexandra's presentation. I want to share my screen. I think I need first the permission. So now it should work. Can everybody see my screen? Okay, I would start if I have, yeah, look fine. Okay. Yeah, good morning. I'm Sebastian Beier. I'm the founder of RE7 Consulting Romania, and I would like to speak about strategy. So as Alexandra said, I would like to speak more today about practical things, and I called it strategy 2.0 because mainly companies that worked before the crisis realized in the crisis or when the crisis started, they are not really well equipped for their strategy. So that's why I said we need to make an upgrade for your strategy. And I want to speak about how to run the right digital strategy in times of crisis. Of course, I know it depends on the industry, on your service, on the products that you are selling, if you are business to business or business to customer. So there are lots of aspects that you have to keep in mind to find a strategy. I would like to give you some ideas right now, and later on I have also like a special surprise for you. And I would now dive into the presentation and give you a first example, which happened not only in Romania, I think it happened worldwide. The company Serele is relatively successful on the market and generates €500,000 a year. They decide on March 7th, 2020 to take care of the company due to the COVID crisis and save costs. In light of the current news, the management decides to discontinue digital marketing as sales are likely to decrease. They see advertising on Facebook and Google only as an expensive cost that can be saved, and that the previous results weren't that special anyway. So that's what mainly happened worldwide when the companies did this. And this is like an example, and I think it's a good example, but also a bad example how you should behave, because sales and marketing are bringing you most of the profits for your companies. When you shut this down entirely, of course, you're not going to have any sales then. So the first step to build up your strategy 2.0 would be question your current strategy. So don't make any emotion-based decisions, what the management did in this example. So first, ask yourself, how did you attract customers, for example, in the past? What channels did you use, and over which channels did you get customers? Then of course ask yourself, did the strategy work during the crisis? And especially what processes didn't work in the crisis? And ask yourself also why they didn't work. So how would they have worked during the crisis? So this is the first step for your strategy. Of course, you should analyze your own situation and your market. Where are changes, slumps, and opportunities? So therefore, from a digital marketing point of view, what we did as a company as well, of course, we checked first the Google Search Console. We looked up what people search. We looked up Google Analytics for our page. We looked in Google Trends, what topics are increasing, what topics are decreasing. And if you're running LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, you have there also some insights where you can check your statistics. And of course, the best is always to speak to your sales team and ask them how is it for them, how did they get customers in the past, and so on, to come up with some ideas. And most important, what we learned during the crisis is which activities can you perform online? Because this showed us now, if you are only offline available, nobody will see you. So what activities can you perform? Direct sales? Can you only perform lead generation, or maybe only brand awareness? That of course depends on your brand, but you should ask you these questions in order to do the right steps. The second step is adapt your marketing planning. So what Alexandra mentioned already, you have to show online presence during this crisis. That means what we did, for example, we overworked the website. We also added like a button for WhatsApp. So people, when they go on our website, they have like a button where they click and they can directly contact us via their WhatsApp. Also, you can decide if you want, for example, to implement a chatbot for your website, or like entering like a Zoom webinar or something. So these are things to show them that you are there. You should post, of course, about this topic and speak to them, that they know what's going on in your business. I also listed here the current changes that you have from our point of view, from digital marketing point of view. So you have low costs for cost per 1,000 impressions, and you have also lower cost per clicks. And the costs drop, for example, on Facebook and Google almost 50%. So that means when you would spend 100 euros in order to reach 1,000 people, now you can reach with the same budget 2,000 people. So you get more for your money, because lots of companies decided, of course, during the crisis to stop entirely their spendings on digital marketing, or they decrease their budget. So that means now with less money, you can have better results. The other thing is many competitors are slowed down. Your competitors are in the same boat with you. So you are not alone. The only change that you can do, you can adapt yourself faster than the competitors and come out of this crisis with a new strategy that also works in the future when something like this is going to happen again. The other thing is the markets are still there. People still buy. Of course, when the crisis started at the beginning, everybody was, or mainly the people were in shock. But now people got used to the situation, so people buy again, especially now online, because the malls are closed and the shops, so they have to buy online. Another big topic, the buzzword is the digitalization, is the digital automatization for marketing and sales. So this is a really big thing, and it gives you, from my point of view, currently the chance, because you shouldn't be so busy during this time, to think about digital automation for your marketing and sales process, which means, do you have already a CRM? Do you have a lead management where all your leads go in? For example, you have leads from Facebook, you have leads from LinkedIn, you have leads from the chat. Go they all automatically in one system? And do you have a follow-up for them? So for example, when somebody spoke with them and that he receives a notification after 4 or 5 days, here, please contact the customer again, did he answer, and so on. So these are things that you should think about right now. What can you automate for the future to make it more digitalized, but also that if your employees have again to work from home, that they can do all their services from home regarding marketing and sales. Yeah, then the other thing is lower the entrance barriers. So offer them, if you have some products, free trials. You can offer them coupons, what we saw already, time-based discounts that you say, hey, when you sign up for our product now, you get 90 days free trial, or you get a discount of 30%. Another possibility is you say pay in advance and save some money. And you should also ask yourself, what is your USP, unique selling point? So to convince them not to buy from your competitor, to buy from you. For example, for our agency, it's that we are the only German-speaking agency in Romania. So this is our USP in Romania. And of course, we are using this because this distinguishes us from our competitors, from the other agencies in Romania. The next thing is focus on the right marketing channel. So that means you have to pick the right marketing channel where you can attract customers for your business. So you can, PPC means pay per click campaign. So that means Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads, or for example, LinkedIn. This will help your business to reach fast results, leads that are interested, because you can target them. You can target them by their interests, if they are female or male, on lots of points in order to pick the right audience and the right leads for you. Content marketing is, of course, another strategy. Depending on the content, helps you also with search engine optimization if you write some contents. I come with some examples later for content marketing. And that means you can write, for example, some articles on your blog. You can post on Facebook and post the articles that you wrote. You can post also the blog articles, for example, and LinkedIn. Of course, the leads are not so qualified because you don't know exactly who is reading your article, but you can give them a direction if you target, for example, business owners. Another possibility for your business, if you have a database and you have, of course, the consent by GDPR, that you send them a newsletter, like to invite them for a webinar like we are doing now with AHK, or you want to tell them, hey, we have a new blog article which could be interesting during this time for you, or you have like a special offer. So this is another way how to attract or how to get clients interested. Last but not least, the search engine optimization. Search engine optimization means so you optimize your website so that it ranks better. So when people look for some keywords or for some things, so that you will be ranked organically in the Google search. The search engine optimization, I have to say, this is more like for long term. So you should still focus on it, but it will give you not probably short-term results. Normally you have the first results between 3 to 6 months. So right now in the crisis, we recommend more to do PPC campaigns and content marketing and email marketing instead of search engine optimization. But for sustainable growth for your brand, search engine optimization should be also included. And one most important topic that I also wrote here, keep in mind, mobile first. We have done so many campaigns during our years, and it sometimes happened that we do the campaigns and the landing page is not optimized for mobile. So what we do always when we do some campaigns, we check first the landing page. So that means the page after you click on an ad where you land on, because if the landing page is not optimized for mobile, you're gonna lose money. When you spend lots of money in some campaigns, people come to the landing page and then it's not optimized, they can't use it from the usability point of view, or they can't type it in. They will exit the page, because around 80 to 90% of the people that click on ads, from our experience, are users that access it with a mobile phone. So this is a really important topic you should keep in mind when you're doing all these things. The third step for your strategy 2.0 is adapt your advertising message. That means what Alexandra mentioned: adapt your message in the ads, adapt your message on the landing page, on your social media channels, even in the emails when you say best regards and stay safe. So this is something what you should do. And respond to users' concern and wishes. So you should listen to them. So what do they write in the comments on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Instagram, and so on? How many likes did each post have? So which post performed better than the others? To figure out what does the audience want from you? What do they like? And delivery times, availability, and safety measures are important issues for users right now at this crisis time. So you need to speak about it. You have to be authentic and transparent with them about these measures, because they want to know, like, when do I receive my face masks? Will they come in time? Are they still in stock? Are they available? When I'm going to a store, or when I'm using like transportation or something else, or I order like food from Uber or Foodpanda, is it safe to order? Do they have some measurements? So these things you have to keep in mind when you are one of these businesses that are affected. And we give you also some examples later to this. Step 4 is ongoing minor optimizations. So during COVID, changes in user behavior, because the algorithm of Google is no longer working as usual. So there are some changes and so on that you didn't foresee. So we recommend, if you have some digital marketing campaigns running right now, you should check them daily. Also, this automatic click price adjustment, they can go really crazy right now. So it's better to switch probably to manual bidding, or to contact your agency in order to figure out what to do, because right now it's a bit different, you know. And keep also an eye on the competitors, like in terms of product prices, ability to deliver. And of course, you should also see if your own ability to deliver is there. And you should optimize your campaigns, run A and B tests, and also try different marketing channels to see what works best, because now you have to see that your money is spent most efficient as possible. Yeah, that's what I mentioned already. You should monitor your digital marketing campaigns daily. Now I would speak and give you some examples, what we did for our customers and what we also did for ourselves. So the first example would be one of our customers, Autoschun, it's Mercedes car seller. And I put here 2 examples from bring your product to the customer. So the first post that you see is where there's a car presentation of Autoschun. So they're presenting their cars to the audience so that you can watch the car from home. What features does the car have? What is the prices? What does it take? So this is a video, 4 minutes, and it describes quickly the car. Another thing where we came up is a live presentation. So the live presentation is a service we came up in order to schedule like a call with a seller to buy a car or to explore a car or to do a test drive. So it works like this. They call via schedule a WhatsApp video call, and then they have a call with the seller, and the sales guy will show them the car inside. They can ask questions, they can schedule extra. This is also something really efficient during this time to give customers the possibility to still have the showroom in the living room. The next example is regard respond to users' concern and wishes. During this COVID, Autoschule is offering like free labor or maintenance for work doctors. And the second post is about that all services can be still accessed online. So this is regarding safety and wishes of the customers. They are worried, oh, how can I repair my car? How can I do this? Right now you can go, of course, and repair your car, but beginning of April, that wasn't sure measures so that you can access it online. The last post is about disinfection of the car. So here's a video how to disinfect car in order to show them, hey, we're taking care of you, that when we deliver a car for a test drive and so on, your car will be cleaned and disinfected totally. So this is another good example how you should direct during this crisis. This is an example that we did. We respond to users' concern and wishes. So we were offering that they can apply for a free strategy call to help them and discuss with them steps what they can do in order to attract customers for their business. And we build up like a sales funnel, like a landing page. First, we created, of course, some ads, and then they were able to schedule a call with us. Then here, another example what we did. This is about so we wrote an article about 7 strategies for brand management during times of crisis, and we posted this on all our social media channels. And the last post is about opportunities on Facebook ads during crisis, why businesses should invest in Facebook. So to do kind of like education for them in order to tell them, hey, you should invest because the prices decreased. So you reach more with the money you spend. And now I would like to come to the surprise that I mentioned already. I would like to tell you what we're offering for all the AHK members. Consultation call exclusively for the AHK members. So that means we can discuss with you your digital strategy more in detail for your business. After this webinar, we will send out the presentation to you. You can scan the code or access the link, and then you can click on your language and you can have a free call with us, with one of our experts in English, German, or in Romanian. We will ask you some questions to prepare for the call and give you the possibility to get most out of this call. And feel free to get in contact with us and get some free consultation from us. It will be a 20 to 30 minute session. We would like to help you, and this is our special offer for you. So,
we have
finished. Now we would come to the Q&A session.
Yes, we are now at the Q&A session. We have a question from Mr. Roland Schacht. Mr. Schacht, do you want to address the question yourself? Or should I read it?
Well, thank you, but I think it's clear what I wrote.
Let me quickly, 1 second. Okay.
Mr.
Sorry, I didn't have chat open. I read it now. If we also do business to business, what are your experience there? Yeah, we do business to business. For example, we did LinkedIn marketing. So what we experienced that is really helpful is LinkedIn marketing, or what we are doing. That example that I just showed you is with these free consultation calls. So we do some ads over the channels where our customers are, and they are able to schedule like a free consultation call in order to get in contact with them. Alexandra, you can also add something if you have something in mind about B2B, but we have some experience with it. Yes.
Another question of Mr. Schacht was why airlines became the main subject on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, hello. Okay, I would like to answer this question. So the main subject on Facebook, fortunately, and the airlines in their posts on Facebook and Instagram. So the table was with communication of brands about COVID, what they were posting. So airlines posted on Facebook and Instagram a lot of topics about COVID and what happened. And so so COVID is the main subject, but airlines took advantage to use a lot this topic in their posts. Information.
No, thank you very much.
Okay.
If you
have questions.
If you have some other questions, please raise your hand or unmute into your microphone to address them. If not, Alexandra.
Yeah, probably you will, or we hope that you will have more questions in the consultancy call, if you can discuss more personalized strategy on your business and what you can do, so it's easier to think about it. And of course, if you have questions, you can write them down and we can discuss them in the call.
We will also send. Please.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for being online, and I hope that the information you received today, if from the whole presentation, the entire webinar, you have only one idea to implement it, I am happy. So this was my goal, to give you a perspective from social media before crisis, and to think about the period after the crisis, what we will do. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.